So I'm guessing we're gonna be moving back to present day. Last time, well, we're doing Weird Dream.
I'm almost there. Just please, someone, stop that noise.
Look at those JPEG leaves.
I'm begging you.
They're like easier to not notice when you're not like close to ground level with your vision, but it's a little awkward. Who's the baby? I don't think the baby should be in boiling whatever that is. I thought a hand was gonna come out. No, I just get splashed. Oh god. Zach's turning into a beast. Oh. It's an interesting camera angle. He's having like the... Oh, now he's evil. He's having the worst luck in these dream sequences. I don't know if you would call it luck in dream sequences. Bad luck, though? Bad times? Night terrors? Oh yeah, back in present day.
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
I don't know if I've heard the term mother brain like that. That's weird. Are we playing Metroid?
That's right.
Like, usually, like, just mastermind? I don't know.
She was responsible for everything?
Probably not, because I think we'll have another chapter.
Not everything, but most of it. Almost everything went according to her plan.
Keikaku.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Le Carré?
Because we had to.
Had to protect Patricia.
You had to.
Probably.
Whatever for.
The goddess was still there.
The goddess.
The goddess of fertility.
Lise Clarkson's body.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
The person at the root of this case.
Is it some kind of metaphor?
Maybe.
For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
Zach doesn't know what a metaphor means.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside. But on the inside, she was a hollow void.
So I'm assuming it is just Candy. Unless if that woman wasn't Candy, but who knows.
Void was threatening to swallow up all of Le Carré.
I could be wrong and that wasn't Candy, but considering Candy has a... Zach was gonna puke?
Shut up!
Zach's weed is clipping through his finger?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan?
Is that baby even real? Is this gonna be some old Yarnum shit?
Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world. Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth.
He's getting some Jimmy legs going on is what he's doing.
Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special. Something irreplaceable to him.
See, Jitter legs. Oh god, okay. couple things to explore here. Can't really turn around and look at anything else. What's the important tidbit? Not jitter legs. The letters. Let's not. Let me look at
The sound
jitter
of a baby
legs.
crying got him that agitated.
Alright, so the baby's real.
He may be sick, but that's still no excuse for this behavior.
What do you mean, no excuse? What do you mean?
Instead of kicking your floor, perhaps it'd be wiser to invest in a soundproofing mat.
Are you irritated,
His-
Bill?
His whole body's jittering.
Yes, of course you are. You think we lack a common human trait, and that bugs you. We're crazy. Human refuse. That's how we look to you, isn't it?
I would never go that far, but you did surprise me. Just doesn't seem like the kind of attitude one should display when in the company of others.
Yes, we're sorry. We agree with you.
I don't think someone would usually talk about their fairy in the company of others either, but I mean, we've been here for a bit.
It just made us remember
We hate
a
babies.
time when that noise kept ringing out, and we couldn't stop it.
That's ominous.
That flight from Newark Liberty to Seattle Tacoma. It was the first flight we took as FBI agents.
Less ominous
The
now?
plane was shaking violently due to turbulence. And when we looked to the side, we saw a young mother cradling a baby with a frightened look on her face. We got worried, so we spoke to her. Then the baby started crying. It was so loud, we couldn't resist plugging up our ears. And since it was so loud, the rest of the passengers started glaring at us. At first, the mother and I waved our hands, trying to quiet down the baby. But our efforts were in vain. It never stopped crying. The more our anxiety levels rose, the louder its cries grew, shrill and piercing, as if they were heralding the apocalypse. We were powerless, and the baby's mother was helplessly bewildered.
I want to describe every encounter with a crying baby like this. I was in the Walmart and it was like the cries dictating the apocalypse happening right before us.
Once the plane landed safely in Tacoma, the baby finally stopped crying. We heaved a sigh of relief and looked at the mother. Then she said,
There's a monster on the wing of the plane.
"Whose child is this?"
Oh my god, what a twist.
We were shocked. So we asked her what was going on. Apparently, sometime after she boarded the flight, that baby randomly appeared on her lap. Then it ordered her to call me over, and kept sitting there, as if nothing was wrong. Can you believe that, Belle? Bizarre, isn't it? While we were talking, the baby disappeared.
What is happening?
Being responsible for all that loud, grating noise simply disappeared without a trace.
Was this one of those premonition things?
Ever since then, whenever I hear a baby crying, I remember that bizarre experience. Well, what do you think, my fairy?
Yo, you know what I think, Zach? I think we need to just watch
Was
Spaceballs.
it some sort of sign?
It was a ghost. Good thing we talked to him about his Jimmy legs, right?
It looks like he burned something other than firewood in here.
A
Did he
baby.
destroy something when he figured out we were coming? Or maybe it's just a red herring meant to throw us off. I know how he operates. I can't take anything at face value.
I would say like this whole game, but everything's been pretty straightforward so far.
The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance.
I piled all of my weed there just so I can have the smoke kind of pile in.
It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have.
I forgot it
Burning
was
anything
legal
other than
because it was
firewood
medicinal.
in it is dangerous. Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse. Especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
Oh god, he was just done with that conversation that he reset his position. He stopped having Jimmy legs though, so good for him. I'm starting to very much... forgive me, I forgot his name because it's been a minute. But I'm questioning her partner being gone for so long. Unless if that was part of their plan, was him to go do stuff. But
she is.
I think it's more illegal.
So close now.
More evil.
By the way, you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that. We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal. We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
You've had to have heard that saying before.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No, we don't. But we can feel her when we close our eyes and become one with the world. It's very faint, but we can see her. We can see Patricia.
I still just want to know what Ratman's about.
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
I mean, like, that he basically expected all of the FBI to believe he was clairvoyant. And they did. They allowed him to get away with stuff that they shouldn't. So I don't know what you want, Agent Davis.
What do you think we are, X-Men? It's metaphysical offender profiling.
Yeah. MOP for short.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine.
Maybe he just doesn't actually
I can deal with
know.
that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case.
I can't even... finally the milk carton wall, though. Hopefully that's not important. I'd imagine... I never used the, like, seer vision anyways. Yeah. I imagine that the actual thing that she told me to look at is what we have to look for. Milk carton walls.
Vitamin D milk cartons. Why are they all lined up so neatly?
I don't know if lined up is the right word. He duct taped them together.
This square area enclosed by milk cartons. Is it another sanctuary? The more I look around, the more I feel like there's some sort of system to all this. The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace sanctuary. And the milk carton sanctuary.
I feel like sanctuary is not even a real
They all
word
lead
now.
into the room back there. And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious question?
Of course it is.
We're drying them out. We line the milk cartons up to dry them out.
Why duct tape together, though?
So we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
What kind of decorations? I need some new ideas for Halloween.
Halloween?
I like the way she said it.
This is America. Land of the
We
free.
celebrate Halloween every day.
Got a problem with that?
Kind of. Do we know it was January? I don't know if we knew what month
R
it was.
a Clarkson, and also the mother of Saint Rouge.
Well, I guess we'll look at the photo.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body? After 14 whole years.
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse by pure chance?
I mean, she was saying it's none of your business,
That there
but
was
go off,
some
I guess.
Undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to Saint Rouge. Did we hit the nail on the head, Belle?
None of your business. I love the different types of laughter Zach has.
But that's not what we want to know about. After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day. Right, my fairy? It was always that way, even back when we were on duty. Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one? Would you tell us that much? Belle, what urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
It's because she has the mop too, but didn't that kind of imply that already?
None of your business.
See, I knew it. I knew it was none of your business.
If Professor R really was the mastermind behind everything, if she wanted to rebuild the Clarksons' legacy, then why did she feel the need to kill everyone? So you think Galena was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
No, not her. Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you, would you mind answering me in your own words? You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
I feel like every conversation in these flash forwards is just running around in circles. It's like the same thing every time.
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis.
Pondering. That's the only thing I can look at. Let me look at myself
Winning
pondering.
here, or... No, I need to stay positive. I have to solve this case no matter what it takes. I can't lose courage here.
Let me inspect pondering.
The future influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions. When you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. I intently studied your intervals between action to action, and action to inaction, to action.
But also to inaction, as well as the action of that inaction.
People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of coffee to your lips. Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals. That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house.
Gasp! It's the fairy,
Isn't
though.
there?
You're incredible, Belle. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle. But only half right.
It's a half person.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
Well, now he's happy. Can we at least
Most of
know
what you say
what's
is-
going on before we go back to
If this goes to
the
court,
past?
I won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? Oh. We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here?
I don't trust Simon.
Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea.
That was his name. It was
I was more
Simon.
worried
I figured it
about you.
out.
You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Mr. Morgan?
That sounds like
Can you
that's
stay?
more of a codes phrase.
This a sign from the coffee?
What does it say in the coffee?
What
Dragonfly.
is it trying to tell me?
FK in the coffee.
Is that a dragonfly?
I would love it if Simon didn't see the dragonfly.
Footsteps.
That coffee went nuts.
Footsteps. Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Some odd fella was following her around.
Yeah, no, I remember that part of the story we just kind of dropped a
Spoken
while ago.
like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
I legit don't even remember Miss Carpenter actually giving us information like this.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess.
Leonard meant soul as in the soul of a foot, not the soul of the human body.
Mentally and physically.
Can you imagine?
That's why I created the holy red powder.
You okay? Hey,
Man, those are some strong drugs.
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired. Would you take us to get our medicine?
sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
Shouldn't we outright look
One
through the
more step
apartment
and I
for
could have
the
cornered
half
Morgan.
person?
So be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
What did he do? Zach fell on his own before Simon showed up. He's pondering too? Yeah, pondering. Like, I figure that Simon would be the one that we want to look at. But, I mean, I really care about these pizza boxes.
I wondered what sort of food he was eating, all shut up in here. Pizza? Why do they all love pizza so much?
Do you not like pizza at all? Like, don't get me wrong, Simon's a weirdo about it, but pizza's good. It's fine. Let's inspect it. Ask Simon if it's a good,
What's
like,
wrong,
pizza
Aaliyah?
place.
You hungry or something?
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
That you like pizza and you're just lying about
Well,
it.
you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
I'm back on Simon's side now, even though he was being misogynistic. You don't talk shit about pizza.
Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it.
Never mind, I'm out. Simon's getting a little too weird again.
That's the power of pizza.
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit.
Move on to the next bit.
I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day. That's all you ever talk about. What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
Not the biggest fan of deep dish, I'll give her that.
No, Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza. But get this. I love New York-style pizza, too.
Surprise, surprise, I'm more of a New York-style pizza
It
person.
doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful.
I don't... we're gonna have to talk to him about that, because there's some nasty-looking pizzas.
What? Still don't get it?
I mean, I don't trust anyone that would say, like, Pizza Hut or Papa John's is beautiful pizza. I'm not saying it's not eatable, I'm saying it's not, like, the best.
Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created equal.
No! Simon, like, as a pizza lover, Simon should not be saying
Get your
that.
heart out, Nietzsche.
He's
Just forget I
factually
mentioned
wrong.
Anything.
Everyone knows there's
I
shit
didn't think he'd
pizza.
gotten this bad. I can't let him die on me yet.
Oh, is that what you're worried about? That he's, like, dying tonight?
I need to get more clues out of him before his time runs out.
Jesus Christ. It's a bit much. Keeps wanting me to look at Pondering Simon, but I want to
Shouldn't you
talk
look
about
after
the
him?
chair.
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
At bedroom?
In the bathtub.
Bathtub, I guess?
It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
Is that where he sleeps?
What? But why?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer.
Oh, they actually outright said what it was.
No. No. I'm talking about his face.
Wow, rude.
It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
Was that not in a report somewhere?
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
Here we go
This
again.
better not be another joke.
It's not, really. It's not. Before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes and totally lost it.
But they always had the red box, right?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
He kept the pizza
Do
though,
you think
right?
that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area.
But I thought all pizzas were created equal, Simon.
How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box?
Simon! You're inconsistent with your love of pizza, Simon.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, Simon. Give me your pizza badge. You don't deserve it.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story?
I mean, it's kind of important to know that he wasn't like always super fearful of red.
Whatever his goal may be, Morgan's gone to great lengths to survive. But no matter how hard he tries, the heartless monster inside of him will just keep devouring his body. When Katrina stole my family from me, I lost all hope. I wanted to die. What is he hoping for?
It's an interesting backstory I didn't think would kind of plop up from her.
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly? What does he hope to achieve?
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Says the guy who talks about pizza all the time.
Hey, Agent Jones. Want to know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
Because he don't talk about pizza.
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. I wanted to die. How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother?
To protect her little brother, maybe?
Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor.
It was Nietzsche himself.
His school was damaged by the hurricane, too, and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter, just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him. He loved Nietzsche. And out of all of Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again. Better know nothing than half know many things.
I don't agree with that.
Better be a fool on one's own account
That's fine.
than a sage on other people's approbation.
I guess I get it now. Never mind. I retract my statement. I'm just a dummy. That's what I get for half knowing something. Should have known nothing at all.
I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool? But I understand what he meant now. He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us. So that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in.
I don't know if I really understand the quote in relation to
That was
that.
the last time I
But
ever
again,
saw
that's
the
me not knowing
professor.
anything.
But whenever I quote
The professor
Nietzsche,
wasn't
my
real,
memories of him come flowing
just like the
back
ghost
into my
baby.
mind. And they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I get it now.
Just like me and my pizza.
Nietzsche is to you
Oh, he did it!
what pizza is to me.
Oh, no, no.
Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent Jones. What the hell is wrong with you? How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
I love it.
Oh, come on.
She should have really expected it. I expected it. And I know nothing. Why
Agent
you
Jones
ponder,
has been acting
Simon?
strange the entire time we've been here. He told me he
Is it
wasn't
'cause you're
very
behind
good
it
at
all?
dealing with suspects in person, but can anyone be this bad at it? Is he hiding something?
He's Patricia in disguise.
Or maybe our suspect found some dirt on him.
He's the giant in
Either way,
disguise.
I wish he'd stop trying to drag me down with him.
Let's talk to you.
Let
I
me
mean, we
get one
basically
thing
just been
straight.
talking to you the whole time, but whatever.
You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right? What kind of a tip was it? Farm
Anonymous.
or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
It's from a fortune cookie.
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside. I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? that's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here, Simon. I think a lot of people do that.
When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for?
Alright, never mind. Not that stuff.
I just can't help myself. I can't resist the need to know. It's just the way I am.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of Sang Rouge. And a note.
What did it say?
Investigate the Clarksons. FK.
Shit. Oh no. Oh boy. No, this is what the game does to me. Is like, I kind of get annoyed at these present scenes because it's like, they kind of drag a little bit. But then they get that little nugget of detail. Like the note coming from FK, and I'm like, oh god, I need to know more. Please don't cut away now.
Yes, that's it.
Who's FK?
In the coffee.
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake name.
It's Willie.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK. 1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married, or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case. I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Thanks. I feel a lot better now.
I mean, the FK could totally be a red herring, but
Yep.
who
It all
knows?
checks out.
Everything could be a red herring in this game. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly, the mark of the Clarkson family. A single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And
Jesus, that's a lot of stuff to investigate. I want to see what I think would be more pizza. Important details. I'm having a hard time moving. Because I want to see what's on the ground. Jesus, okay, never mind. Everything's here will... Oh, yeah, what's on the ground is what's important. I just wanted to know what it was. More
all
pizza.
pizzas are created equal. He's got some nerve. He's making fun of me. I know he is.
Agent Davis is a little,
Hey, Aaliyah,
she's a little weird
sorry
too.
about
She likes to
before.
act like she
I
isn't.
went a little overboard.
But
What are you talking about?
Okay. Chicagoans all love deep dish pizza. We can't live without
now
them.
what's really cool though is like the deep dish cookies.
I admit it. That's
you've never
why
had one
I
of those,
always
those are
get
pretty
so
nice.
Emotional whenever we talk about pizza. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It had already left my mind.
It had not. You were investigating that pizza box again.
Well, good. Pizza should always be a peaceful dish, no matter what's going on.
Except for the pineapple on pizza.
By the way, do you eat hot dogs?
Why do you want to know?
Oh god, I wish I remembered what the fucking happening quote. Hot dogs get a bad rap.
Just tell me, do you eat them?
I don't like. He says a lot more than that, but that's the gist,
Every
right?
now and then, yes.
Okay, so what do you put on your hot dogs?
Ketchup.
What is this? A personality test?
No, nothing of the sort. You see, the thing is, we Chicagoans are very tolerant when it comes to pizza preferences. But hot dogs? Well, that's a different story.
Meaning?
I just can't stand those people who
Oh
put
no!
ketchup on their hot
See, I knew I
dogs.
didn't like Simon.
Huh?
I know like ketchup is very basic, but
Mustard is the only condiment that people should be allowed to put on their hot dogs.
what is this, like a Splatoon Fest thing?
Anything else?
Splatfest?
is
I don't know why I said the whole name.
And yet, look at our world today. Do you know how many people are out there dripping ketchup all over their Franks? I mean, let's think about this. What is ketchup exactly?
Tomato.
Ketchup is a condiment meant for French fries, right?
Is it?
It was never meant to be an accessory for hot dogs. It's out of the question. You got a hot dog, you use mustard.
Was mustard made specifically for hot dogs?
It's an unspoken rule. So, Aaliyah, lay it on me.
I hope she says ketchup.
Are you one of those degenerates who puts ketchup on their
Fucking
hot dog?
degenerates.
I do.
Damn straight.
I put ketchup on my hot dogs.
I knew she was a good one.
Of course I do.
No.
Not like this.
Well, this partnership isn't gonna last long. You've definitely convinced me of that.
Oh yeah? Well, good. From the moment we started this investigation, I always assumed it would be a one-time only thing.
I want Zach to walk out real quick just to say I also put ketchup on my hot dogs. What was it? Saint Rouge rapper is it said like SR, I'm assuming that just meant Saint Rouge.
So many records. I guess it doesn't matter what kind of person you are. Everyone loves some kind of music. That's one of the reasons why music is so powerful.
But what?
Who collects vinyl in an age like this when you can stream just about anything?
A lot of fucking hipsters.
True. Morgan's got refined taste.
I want to know what's up with the little tape that he has next to his record player.
You really think so? Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started.
But people still do it though.
But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next to the novelty store.
It's a surprise that a suburban mall even still exists. They gotta keep up with the trends, don't you understand?
At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool.
Well, she's right about that.
People who know nothing about real music are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
Look, I get it. I mean, like, album art is cool on its own, so like a record is just bigger.
How do you ever have time to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
Says the man who hates people who put ketchup on their hot dogs.
Excuse me?
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight. And when you're alone with Morgan, it's just an all-out war zone.
We're in the middle of a very important investigation right now. Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
You just had a whole fucking monologue about records and people being snobbish.
To me, it just
everyone
looks
here
like
is a
you're putting
child.
yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason. Why can't you, show a little humanity once in a while?
She's gonna talk shit about movies when I look at that
Does
next.
one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I don't.
Wasn't this like part of RoboCop or something that he didn't have his humanity because he was a robot? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen
Come on,
RoboCop.
Aaliyah. I'm your partner, aren't I? For a few days at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship with pizza, right?
Saying passionate relationship with pizza makes it sound like it's a little too sexual.
Why can't you just let me in on one thing you actually happen to enjoy? No, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
You know, I'd really rather not.
Why do you always have to be so withdrawn?
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got to be some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance to teach me a bit about yourself.
I said no.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
Oh my god. Bringing up Justin Bieber in this day and age.
Too cute. Not my type.
Wait, what do you mean? The music's too cute?
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
Well then, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
Hell no. Am I done now?
Well then, what do you like?
I have to tell you.
Do it.
Yes, you do.
Pink Floyd.
I can't believe how much effort she had to go into hiding that she likes Pink Floyd.
No way. You're a prog rocker? Who turned you onto it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born. That's just how music works, right? I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s. It still sounds completely fresh and unique, as if it was just released yesterday. And
I want Simon to be like, yo, but did you hear Nostalgia Critics' The Wall? That was the, like, tightest shit ever.
what?
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Don't you dare tell him.
He probably hates Pink Floyd. Or he'd tell you that The Wall was like the worst one ever or something dumb. Unfinished chests, because I'm having a hard time moving the cursor. So just whatever we can get.
My fairy isn't his chess partner. That being fulfills a different role within him. So who's he playing against then? Who would be a good match for him?
He already basically confirmed there is someone technically living here. I hate when it keeps like having the cursor on the target that it wants me to grab.
That chessboard is still bugging me. I don't know why, but it just does. You really think he was playing chess all by himself?
I don't know. I definitely think it's possible.
How?
Maybe he's remembering the strategies an old friend of his used to use. If it's someone he played for years, he's probably capable of recreating their playing style. And besides, Morgan's beaten a Grandmaster before. You
talking about Usha?
I read about that in the Greenvale report.
Even a computer can play chess these days, right? I'm sure that a Grandmaster level player would have no trouble emulating someone else's strategy.
I'm upset that they didn't actually name him.
Whose chess strategy is he emulating then?
Was Usha a Grandmaster? I don't actually remember. I mean, Usher was the chess man. Unless if it was like when he, I know, he said something about like how to win the, game on the computer, which might have been against the Grand Chess Master, and that was in the report. Maybe I'm thinking a little too much into this. Lightning in the sky.
A soft spot? Ugh. He doesn't even understand the first thing about me.
Move. Cursor, please. So difficult sometimes.
Ready to spill the beans, Aaliyah?
What is this about?
I'm afraid of thunder.
She let Dad out a lot easier than Pink Floyd, which is weird.
Katrina?
I wouldn't like want to tell people what I'm afraid of, but yeah, I mean.
Alright, I'll stop.
Good. Now let's get back to the investigation.
No. Hold on.
No, I said I'll stop, but I'm not going to.
Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more, how should I say it? Adorable?
Like Pink Floyd? I don't know, man.
You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something. Please, I'm begging you.
I love koalas.
Those smooth-brained bears?
They're just so cute. I can't resist them.
Koalas are alright.
All I need to do is look at a picture of one and Fuzzy Wuzzy swim all over me.
I feel like she's lying.
I mean, the way they look, the way they're shaped, the color of their fur. I mean, even down to how they only eat eucalyptus. I just love everything about them. Once I get some time off, I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real. That's one of the top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now.
Are you allowed to just hug any koala you see in Australia?
This conversation never happened. Is that understood?
Okay, she's not lying. Talk about movies. That's the only reason I'm playing this game is for people to
He's
talk
got
about movies.
Films from every genre you could possibly think of, but only movies from the 80s. I've never met such an exclusive film collector.
Well, I feel like that's not surprising that someone might be exclusively into 80s movies. But I guess it would be surprising that you
Aaliyah.
haven't met one like
Getting
that.
curious now, huh? Here, I'll find one of my favorites for you.
Tell me about Ratman.
How about this one? Who Framed Roger Rabbit, directed by Robert Zemeckis. It's a
Ratman.
fantasy movie that mixes real actors with cartoons, using what we'd call CG these days, I guess.
Yeah, I know that one. It's the one where Michael Jordan plays basketball with
Yeah.
all the cartoon characters, right?
What? No, that's Space Jam.
Oh, this is the best
It's
conversation
not
now.
even the same director. And besides, that one has the Looney Tunes in it.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not watching it.
Fine by me. You know, you're really lacking in the cute department.
She already talked about koalas.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to help you turn a new leaf.
A new eucalyptic leaf?
I'm your invasive partner, remember?
Why do you care so much? I like myself just the way I am.
No, wrong answer. I
What?
think you could use a little more softness. You know
Did
what
I do
mean?
this in like the wrong order? Because I don't know if I don't remember him mentioning softness before the lightning
That
thing.
would definitely make it easier for people to help you out.
So like, was I supposed to talk about DVDs before I got to the lightning bit?
You're flawless, intelligent, and charming. All you're missing
Yeah, I
is
think I
some
did this
soft
out of
spots.
order, which you would think they would have just made the lightning bit like unavailable until you did the DVD
Soft
bit.
spots.
Yeah, you know, like when people find out a super serious politician is actually a huge comic book nerd. Something like that. You've got to have something. Something you secretly like that people wouldn't expect.
Well, I don't. End of story.
Hey, uh-oh. The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
What do you mean? I just said I don't.
That's protesting too much.
Which means you definitely do. Well, what is it? Come on, I gotta know.
Alright, well, rapper.
Professor R, the mother of this evil powder, is dead and gone. So then why are her demon seeds still being passed down? This drug has already taken so many lives and more are bound to follow. It has to be stopped.
We still don't really even know if Saint Rouge has a bigger connection to the red seeds from Greenvale,
So,
do we?
why did you decide to take this case?
I mean, like, it's safe to assume, I would say, but, you know, red herrings, who knows?
Because it's my job.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask, go along it.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this? Come on.
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive, if this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Saint Rouge.
That's right.
What if it just wasn't Saint Rouge and it was something completely
The
unrelated?
doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So, you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. He's the only family I have in the entire world.
What about your parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina took him.
Simon knew about Katrina in like a broad sense, but I feel like if he knew in like that much, that he probably would have known about the parents.
Leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
Wasn't he here during the conversation where she mentioned it?
I'm sorry.
I mean, he could have been gone. I don't remember if that was just entirely with Zach.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past.
But again, he knew about it enough to like put 2 and 2 together with the lightning.
Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given.
Maybe that was just for our sake, in case we didn't catch that her parents were lost to Katrina.
Hey, Agent Jones. I just want to double check one thing. You didn't find anything in the bathroom.
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel. But he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty. That's what they told me at Quantico, at least. Over and over again, I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did. But let's be real here. You saw his face, didn't you? It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death.
Very descriptive.
Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room, only a single wall away from us. After 14 years, he went back to Le Carré, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now. Something that's deeply connected to Saint Rouge.
Oh no! Going back to the past. I feel like if, Oh no, we're actually just going in? Yeah! Oh! Okay, this is a bit weird. I feel like if we were gonna do this, like, oh shit. There's anagram. I'm not allowed to move. There's like the whole, I guess a board for the red seed case. I wasn't allowed to really control everything else. But I feel like if we were gonna go into his bedroom to investigate, that we wouldn't have sat there talking about music and koalas and lightning. That we would have just gone for it right away.
Pictures of people from Le Carré.
So it looks like Candy and Melvin are dead. Or remained missing. I want to see if there's anyone that we haven't seen. Lewis, and I think that's the saxophone guy is down there.
And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale.
I want to see if there was anything that looked suspicious or off. I see Usher, though. little weird seeing, because these are just the models from the first game, so they're not really in the like same art style.
All the deceased have been crossed out.
I wonder why Candy's like sideways. Yeah, okay.
Sheriff Melvin Woods.
Good spin around. I didn't see if Patricia had the last name Woods or not. Kind of sucks that I can't really control anything. But I guess they do want me to just go straight to the next thing. I feel like it should just be a cutscene.
Lisa
Okay.
Clarkson? Where's Patricia?
That was sneaky.
That's our altar. What are you doing?
How'd he get in so sneaky like? Also, it looked like his character model was not moving at all when it was like on our side vision. Now, like, that got interesting, but now are we going back to the past? I feel like any minute now we're gonna just be missing out on the cool stuff from the future. Like, it seemed like Zach was attacking Davis in the last flash forward we had. But now it's, like, super suspicious because he's being weird. Well, spoilers, Melvin and Candy are gonna die.